Everyone, it's Weade here again. So with another video. This is my second video, 2015. I hope like my first video about things I'm planning to do this year. This video is a little more fun because I'm telling you what my favorite movies and documentaries are. See, I love movies and love documentaries. So there are 5 that I think everybody should watch. I've watched them probably more than like 10 times already. Well, realistically, maybe 4 or 5. But these are the best ones. So this video, I'm talking about my 5 favorite movies and documentaries that are all art related. Okay, so keep watching. The first movie documentary I'm going to tell you about that I love is called Never Sorry by the Chinese artist Ai Weiwei. Never Sorry is a documentary about the artist, but the Chinese artist Ai Weiwei, who is extraordinary, a world famous artist. He takes politically the things that the Chinese government has done to his people in the past years has been terrible, and he's very against the Chinese government. So he creates demonstrations and artistic images and anything artistically. He shows his support to his people through art, because through the terrible things the Chinese government has done to people. They don't care what people, they don't look up on that as they should be as government. So Ai Weiwei has taken his ability as an artist to showcase how he feels and how he cares about his people in his country of China. It's amazing documentary. It shows his entire life, his studio, his staff, how he does his process, who he is as a person, the terrible things that's going on in China, and I don't know, it's a really good documentary. I think everybody should watch it. It's pretty long, but it's worth it. It's called Never Sorry. Because he's never sorry. He does stuff that really the government hates, and they have arrested him a million times for doing stuff, but he has always come back and done more. He kind of pushes the boundary of the government, and they may not like it, but he still does it anyway, because he knows that it affects people of China, and he appreciates that, and they appreciate him doing it, looking out for him, because they feel the government doesn't do it, so someone has to, and he has done that. And it's an amazing document. It's called Never Sorry by Ai Weiwei. He's world famous. Look him up. The movie's online. Download it anywhere. It's a really good movie. I love it. I watched it so many times. It's great. Next document movie I love, I've seen probably more than Never Sorry by Ai Weiwei, is Radiant Child. Radiant Child is about the life of Jean-Michel Baptiste. It's a documentary where it's him himself, but he's being recorded by a friend of his. But they're in his studio, he's painting, and she asks him about his life and friends, his artistic views. But it's also a documentary where people are interviewed about him as an artist. It's really great. It's kind of one of my really, really favorites, because I feel like you get to see him in his process, and I think that's great. It's great to see artists in their own process. So in this documentary, you get to see that. You can see him talking. You get to see him working, and you get to see him like talk about things that are not art related, but he likes to do it like a normal person. It's great. He's one of my favorite artists. I love him. Besides Keith Haring, it's wonderful. It's pretty long, but it's the best. I think it's one of the best movies to see, because it's that you can see him in his process of working, how he was. And you get to see painting he created. You probably already seen in galleries now. You see how it was created. Love it. It's one called Radiant Child. Jean-Michel Baptiste. Love it. The next movie that I like is called Basquiat. It's about Jean-Michel Basquiat, but the character that plays Basquiat is not Jean-Michel Basquiat himself. It's another actor who looks like him, who actually plays him. They have casted people who were part of his life. Only person that's actually in it as real is Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol is in the actual movie, and he plays himself. But the other characters are other actors who play Jean-Michel Baptiste. The guy who plays Jean-Michel Baptiste is a good actress, but I don't know, he doesn't really portray the actual Jean-Baptiste. It's like it's low to acting. I'm not really feeling the actor, but the movie is great because the life of him is really real. They show him toward the end when he became like really hooked on drugs and he was like dying at the end. They really show that part. It's a bit creepy, but it's a good movie. But some of the acting is a little off. It's back in the 80s, and 90s, but it's a good movie because the artist is great. The acting is so-so. But I think you should watch it anyway. I still love it. I watched him once, twice already. It's really good. It's called the Basketball movie. It's great movie. Next documentary is the life of Bill Cunningham. I just discovered this documentary about probably a few months ago. I thought it was great. Bill Cunningham is a world-renowned famous fashion photographer. He has photographed everybody from Anna Wintour to anybody who's in fashion. He has photographed them. The way he works for the New York Times, what he does, he rides a little bicycle and his little camera, and he walks around the streets of New York City, and if you look fabulous that day, you put him in the New York Times. And the man is still alive to this day. They still do it. He still does it. It's great. I would love to be photographed by him. I hope one day somehow he finds me and I end up in the style section of the New York Times. Because I think that would be great. He's wonderful. He used to live in the Carnegie Hall years ago, artist studios, but they don't have anymore. But he's great. The documentary shows his life as a photographer and what he does every day. He lives a very simple life, but he's so well known through the fashion world. You wouldn't believe that he lives in like a shoebox. That he lived in a shoebox in the Carnegie Hall building. It's great. I love him. He picks up anyone who's fashionable, not just their ordinary jeans and t-shirt. I mean, you need to go all out to be up in the New York Times with him taking a photograph. It's great. He's great. It's called the Bill Cunningham. His name is Bill Cunningham. Great guy. Look it up. It's a great. If you're into fashion and photography, it's great. It's a movie for that. I love it. I want to find him, have a picture of me and put it in New York Times. I love it. I'll keep it forever. Okay, and the very last movie/documentary I'm going to talk about today is Helvetica. Helvetica is like the default font that's used all over the country, especially in New York City. It's used a lot. Think of the American Apparel logo. The word American Apparel is Helvetica. The type is Helvetica. It's used everywhere. It's commonly known everywhere. So this documentary is called Helvetica, and it tells you the history of Helvetica and where it's been used and how well known it is. And they go into different typefaces and talk about type, how important type is to imaging and branding and marketing and design and graphic design. It's interviewed by graphic designers and artists and typographers and all type of art people in the world who deal with type. It's a very good movie. If you're an art lover, you're a font lover, you love typing, love letters, and you love typefaces, it's a very good movie to watch. You can learn a lot about type, and I have while watching this movie. How important type is to images and to design. Like the wrong type can really destroy design. It's true. Your type is very important, and this documentary shows that through Helvetica. So it's called Helvetica. It's famous. Everybody probably watched it. I watched it so many times. But that's the documentary. I think everybody should watch it. If you're a designer, a graphic designer, artist, painter, whatever you are, I think it's very good to watch. So I hope you like these movies. I hope you look forward to watching them. I hope you go out and watch them and find them online. In the library, you can rent them in the library, get them in the library. You can find on Netflix, because I watch on Netflix. And you can, some of them are on YouTube, but that's not allowed, but keep that secret. Shh. Anyway, but they're great movies to watch if you're an artist, you're into photography, fashion, typography, world politics, like A Way, Never Sorry. It's great documentaries to watch. I watch documentaries all the time. I love watching documentaries. They teach me a lot. They're good learning movies to watch. If you're not into sitting down reading a book about learning something, watch a documentary, because probably, I realize most of the subjects are in the world are mostly in documentaries, and you can watch them on whatever you want to. And I do that, and it's great. I've learned so much about documentaries. So I recommend watching these 5 documentaries. I will find the documentaries I can online somewhere and link it in the description box below so you can watch it automatically. But if I can't find it, I recommend, you can get Helvetica at the library. You can rent the library. Usually the public library has that. Most of them, if you get Netflix, you can get them on Netflix. I know Netflix is very affordable. It's only $8 a month, but I do have a free 30-day trial. So, you know, do this free 30-day trial with Netflix and you can watch all the documentary for 30 days straight for free. It's worth it. So I'll put that all information below in the description box below so you all can understand. And go see his movies and documentaries. Have a good day. Bye.